The issue of illegal miners, better known as Zama Zamas, continue to be a thorn in the side of mining companies and government. Action Aid South Africa has launched a report on Zama Zamas to help address unemployment in the country. But to expand on this, I'm joined in studio by Action Aid Project Manager. That's Fiso Dladla. Fiso, thank you so much for your time. Your report is titled Regularizing Informal Artisanal Mining in South Africa, an evidence-based report 2019. What is it all about?
So, Tumela, as you have introduced it, that it continues to be the thorn in all the role players in the industry. But we are saying let's look at alternatives, because the trade has been there for a very long time and it employs a lot of people. And it's an issue of human rights. It's an issue of providing food for the people in the industry. So now we're saying, no, government cannot continue to ignore what is happening in there. But now we are saying, no, let's strategically advise government to formulate policies to regulate and decriminalize and formalize the artisanal mining. Well,
I found this report particularly interesting because I think for the longest time, Zama Zamas, as an informal work activity has been criminalized. It has bad, perceptions and narratives around it. But you're saying right now, ahead of SON on the 13th of April, that this could be one of government's solutions to unemployment.
The industry keeps sharing jobs, and big mining companies, large-scale mining companies are sharing jobs left, right, and center. And artisanal mining keeps employing more and more people. Right now, the statistics cannot be accurate, but we are looking at about 130,000 people in the informal economy. And government keeps saying that they lose close to 6 billion rands per annum due to Zama Zamas. But now we're saying, look, let's tap into that industry, because there could be employment out of that. And then this report speaks on the strategic directions that we could advise government to be able to take this into formality.
But obviously, Zama Zamas also have their fair share of challenges. We've reported so much about the dangers of this informal economy, whereby they're underground, they're not they don't have protective gear on themselves. This is just amongst other challenges which I'm sure they face. Now, take me through some of those challenges which you aim to address and how you feel that they can be better in a position to enter now a formal economy.
You see, there cannot be a solution if all the role players are not in the house. The first one is to decriminalize the trade. Then we'll be able to sit down and speak. Because you and I know that, like you were saying that, Tumelo, that Zama Zamas are criminals, but that's not the case. We are saying they are people, they are fathers, they are mothers, and Zama Zamas are not faceless people, they are real people. And during this report, when we were going around gathering evidence, we were able to build a national structure which is working in 37 areas across South Africa, which is the National Association of Artisanal Miners, because it also involves communities, and we worked with mining affected communities united in action. There are challenges, we cannot shy away from that, but those challenges can only be brought onto the table if every member of the industry comes to the table and says, this is my problem, this is my problem, this is my problem. How do we go about solving such problems?
Yeah, and I know that's important to you because you actually have a media launch which is happening tomorrow. Take me through, what exactly you aim to achieve through that media briefing tomorrow, but also you mentioned, some of your stakeholders here, the Mining Affected Communities United in Action, but also you're working alongside Wits University, right, in making sure that it's a rich research-based report.
As you said, that it's research-based, and we need to be talking to people in the industry that have the know-how, because we are representing communities, and they are speaking for themselves.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Fiso Dladla, for, of course, coming on and telling us more about this report. Fiso Dladla, the project manager from Action Aid. Now, this report is entitled Regularizing Informal Artisanal Mining in South Africa, an evidence-based report 2019, and we understand there'll be a launch of this report tomorrow right here in Johannesburg.